Hey guys, this is DJ here, and today we're kind of back in another tutorial video. So anyways, in this video, I will be giving you guys tips and tricks to how to edit your videos while, just editing a really good basic video. And today in this video, I'll be using the example of me how I edit my Subnautica videos. So let's just dive right into it. You guys have heard of what a climax is, right? That's when the story or movie or would kind of give the overall impact, kind of drawing the biggest attention towards the audience. That is a very interesting concept to start to add more hook onto your videos. And the best way to do this is probably to add an introduction sequence right at the start of the video showcasing the climax, but cut it right at a certain point where the audience won't get to see everything. How I was able to edit this was first mute my voice audio, only allowing the game's soundtrack to be played through during the scene. And I just made some simple cuts and things right at that certain point within the video, and I make a huge cut from that point all the way towards the start of the recording. Yeah, so it takes time to actually find that climax because you have to go and scour the entire video, but it takes time until you find it and you get the scene overall perfect. And also the other thing is to provide a really good music that fits that scene in the start. Now I'm starting right at the start of the video. This is where I'm going to go to start to talk to you how I actually record my content. So for Subnautica, I actually record two separate things. One is the main screen, the video, plus my voice, and the other is the audio from the game just by itself. So I learned how to sync the two together by recording the screen first and then clicking on the audio button on my Audacity, syncing the overall sound from the original game onto the video itself. Next thing that I do want to talk about is the choice of adding music in your videos. You have to understand the context of these songs that you find and just know, are they copyrighted or not copyrighted? Number one thing to do is probably do your research around these songs. Find out if they are copyrighted or not. Are they protected? Are they not protected? And also, you can go onto the YouTube Studio where it gives you an entire big list of a bunch of songs. A lot of songs that can pick from any genre, especially for background music. I have a really good choice of everything, and I actually store it on my own library of folders. A really good tip I would definitely point out is know what to cut in your videos. There are some points when things can sound dead and quiet, while some parts can sound pretty informative or just something that you don't want in your video. Just know that you know what's in your video and you know what you want in your video. If you're not liking what it sounds like, then it's best to not put it in. At this point in the video, I actually wanted to use some soundtracks from the Subnautica OST. Most OSTs from different games are actually copyright free, so you can easily access them, download them, or record them, all you can do. But just still make sure you do your research when wanting to use that stuff in your videos. The reason why I wanted to use Subnautica OST is because of how perfect the ambience songs kind of resonate with the entire setting or scene that I am trying to manipulate and play throughout that video. Yeah, let's go down. In this point of the video is when I found that alien sanctuary where I put that tablet in. In this part of the area, I actually made an interesting transition between two different songs. When you want to start adding transitions during different songs, the best way to do it is to overlap two soundtrack elements together. And all you have to do is just kind of test it by fading in and fading outwards with those two different songs. It will kind of apply an interesting transition between the two. And it sometimes works, but it sometimes doesn't, depending on the type of music. I can see what's in there. All I can see is just iron cubes. Purple tablet, do I have it? Yes, I did. Oh, I brought it. Good thing I did. Let's go. Right during this part of the video, where I actually exit that unknown gate that I found in the crack field, I actually made a really good choice on a specific song from the Subnautica OST. This actually fit the scene perfectly to the anonymous ambience when, like, during that scene. You can clearly feel it as you watch it. I would recommend for you to go back into the video and rewatch it because it's really good. Wow. I have to step out, turn my HUD off, and just look at this. At this point in the video is when I found LightPod 7 and its actual PDA. And this is where I will now give you the reason why I was able to record the game's audio separately. The reason to this is to actually manipulate the audio by adjusting its volume, whether when certain things can be heard more significant and that's more important, or something that's a bit more irrelevant, like just regular game sounds, such as there is a narrative in the game. I've done that a lot, especially in like Generation Zero and in Sea of Thieves. I even had to do the same thing for when the PDA was actually began to talk as soon as I entered Crater's Edge. Now we are at the end of the video. I am using another OST from the Subnautica's soundtracks, and this one actually fits the modest, normal emotion, and it gives off a feeling of sensation, you know, compared to all the darker scenes throughout the entire video. This actually does resonate with the video and just kind of adds a really good conclusion right at the end. Now the video is over, I actually start working on the final credits area where I get where I'm able to add the video links right at the end of the video on YouTube. This is where I start adding effects, layered, and also text onto the screen to apply some interesting design, but also adding my own art by downloading the original font for my channel. And a quick thing to know when you want to start making your own ending scenes with end screen links, they always are 20 seconds at most. Well, I hope you guys really enjoy the video. I really hope this was very helpful for you guys, maybe just to learn a thing or two on how to edit and how to pursue the right path to editing your videos. So that requires a lot of time, but I really hope this helps a lot. If this really did, why don't you click that like button, and I will be making more videos just like this later in the future. So subscribe down below if you want to go and see that stuff. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Bye bye.